Okay, so one of my clients has specifically requested a video on how to do a skull crusher. A skull crusher is pretty much a lying variation of an overhead tricep extension, and by definition, obviously, a good exercise for training the triceps. So there's a few different ways that you can do this movement. I prefer to use one of these little bars, but you can also use dumbbells and you can also use a cable machine, which I will show you a little bit later. Now, I like to have a slight incline on the bench as well. What we're going to do, we're going to lie down. Now for these, you want to get a good range of motion. Now with dumbbells, this will be easier. If you're using a bar, you really want to make sure your head's all the way over the top here, and you're going to maintain a nice neutral spine, drive your glutes and your back into the bench. And then what you'll be doing is you're going to be taking your arms, you're going to not be out here, you're actually going to tilt them slightly forward towards your head, and then you're going to be bending at the elbow to come all the way down and pushing back up like this. Now, the important thing about the triceps is that they are important for straightening or extending the arm at the elbow joint. So when they are at full contraction in this straight position, that is when they're going to be the most active. Putting it in practice with the bar, we're going to grab the bar pretty much shoulder width, palms facing down, so a pronated grip. We're going to get into a position, we'll adjust in all the way up here. Now, like I said, we're not going to have our arms out here. We're actually going to bring them so that they're facing our head like this. Core nice and tight, keep our body planted on the bench. We're going to bend at the elbows all the way down till we feel that good stretch. And then we're going to come all the way back up, maintaining that angle that our arms are at. With this kind of movement, it's really important to control it because by definition, you can risk low-key crushing your skull with this. Now look, I've never done it, and if anyone's going to do it, it would frankly be me. It just comes with not pushing true to failure, but if you do, then you learn that if you're pushing to failure, which of course is a really good way to train, that you kind of drop it behind you. That's pretty much all there is to it. You're just focusing on bending at the elbow joint, straightening and bending the arm like this, much like you would in an overhead extension, except we're doing it lying down. Just make sure you are bending all the way at the elbow as far down as you can to get that good stretch, and really coming all the way up into that full contraction, which is that fully straightened arm. So when it comes to doing this with dumbbells, it's pretty much the same. So you're going to grab your dumbbells in a neutral grip, so palms facing each other. You're going to get onto the bench, exact same form, and you're just coming down. And there you go. So in terms of doing this on a cable, which can be a little bit more stable, I find especially when you first start out with doing this kind of exercise, it can be a bit wobbly. So let's head over to a cable machine. So pretty much with the cable, there's a certain setup. So we're going to bring the cable all the way down. So we're going to fuck off this thing off. We're going to bring her all the way down. Now when you're doing this, you want to have the short bar. So you want one of these bad boys. So we're going to attach that. Now, of course, we always want to be safe. So put it on a lighter weight and then you can just go up as needed. So that's the setup. And then you're just going to put into practice pretty much the same thing that we just did with the bar and with the dumbbells. Now, of course, getting into position is the hard part, right? So grab the bar, and then the way I do it, which might not be the most efficient, but we're actually going to bring it over us. I'm going to sit down. Now, obviously, adjustment might need to be had depending, but just kind of get into the same position and then come all the way down and back up. So you can see I'm maintaining the exact same form. I'm just doing it on the cable machine. And this is, again, just a little bit more stable than any other of the variations I've showed you. Again, you'll find that the most annoying part of this kind of movement is just shuffling your position on the bench, but really good movement for the triceps. So when you're done, you kind of just drop it down a little bit, really awkwardly, or any other way that you can do, really. But that's about it. So that is how to do a skull crusher for the triceps. Give it a go next time you're in the gym. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.